Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot is going to be sharing a message with us. Now, I usually shuffle the way that you see me, like the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but today I've decided to do it a little bit differently because I really started enjoying shuffling like this. Now, that spread that I do a lot is the spread we're going to work with today, the Present Future Advice spread. And as always, I want to thank the cards for giving me this voice to share with all of you today, to give us the insight, inspiration, and empowerment that we need to make the best of our lives. Because it's your story, it's my story, and we're all writing different ones, you know? So we're going to go and look at the present. We're going to check out what the future might hold. Yeah, the future is never written. It's always up to chance and change. So we get an idea, but that doesn't mean it's going to occur. We have to take action on our ideas in the present to make our futures what what we want them to be. Then, of course, the advice position, my personal favorite position of this spread, is the advice we need to make that future happen or avoid it if it sucks. Okay, we've got the cards shuffled. I'm going to do this quickly and just check in with the present right now. That one kind of breathed when I did that, so I feel like that's the one. Now, there's one hidden right under it, so that's the one my hand is touching. I feel like that's the one we need. And there it is, the star. Okay, the star of the Major Arcana sequence is one of my favorite sequences there is, because this is the card that follows the tower. You know, the collapse, the end, things we didn't expect to happen, bringing us down. Now, the star is that hope and inspiration that awaits after that tower falls. So this gives me the idea that we've been through things. We've faced negative things. We've faced towers. We've faced things coming to an end, things that we didn't know we could deal with. But once that's behind us, we're able to move forward. We're able to find that hidden talent and that star power that lives within us. Now, the star is labeled 17 of the Major Arcana. That combines the Magician with the Chariot. You know, begin facing those obstacles, begin taking control of our lives. That is what leads us to 1 and 7 equals 8, the number of success and wealth. We find that strength, we find that fairness for ourselves, and we focus on where we want to go. This card tells us we have the power. We have that star power that can help us lead. You have hidden talents, you have strength, you have everything that you need to be that star of your story. Astrological correspondence to the star is Aquarius. Aquarius is the fixed air sign of the zodiac and my personal favorite sign that there is, because so Aquarius, you guys are the weird and proud of that weirdness, and I mean weird as a compliment. I love weird. Weird is my favorite adjective of all time. And the more we embrace that weird and we're proud of who we are and we show the world what we're made of, the more we can inspire others. And that's another thing I love about Aquarius energy. They're not for everybody. They don't necessarily want to go to like Walmart or anywhere on like Black Friday because they're not fans of people, like a large group of people, but they want to make humanity a better place while they're here. So all of those tower situations that you've been through that give you that star power to shine, you know, don't hide it. Show people what you're made of. Be that person and become that star of your story. So this says everything that we've been through has given us the power right here, right now, to become the stars of our own stories. Shall we see what the future might have in store? It's this one right here is calling to me. Boom. The Knight of Cups, the romantic of the tarot, the soldier that follows his heart in everything that he does. You see there, the star is kind of turned back this way. She's almost looking at the past. You know, those experiences that she's been through, those towers come crashing down. That's what gives her this ability. When you're able to take the negative emotions out and you're willing to see what went wrong, that way you can take that information, you can take that wisdom and apply it. Focus on where you want to go next. We found that star power with the star. We found those hidden talents. We found our inspiration to keep going. So that Knight of Cups, that soldier that listens to the song of his own heart, he's ready. That cup is empty because he's ready to focus on where he wants to go. That's what we are to do in the future too. Listen to our hearts, follow our hearts, and see where they can lead us. Astrological connection to the Knight of Cups is the first 2 deacons of Pisces and the last deacon of Aquarius. So we actually kind of go in flow here because both of these cards have a connection to Aquarius as well as Pisces with this card right here. And the moon is the one that astrology connects, the Major Arcana card that actually astrology connects to Pisces. So, you know, paying attention to those dreams, finding what makes our hearts sing, and using that intelligence, that wisdom, and those experiences of our past to focus on what makes our hearts sing moving forward, trusting our intuitions in the process, because everything that we've been through in our past is what gives us the ability to follow our hearts in the future. Focus on where you want to be. Focus on being that star of your story, and focus on what you want to create, what your future, what you want it to be. Knight of Cups, members of the court, they don't actually have a number connected to them like you can see over here with the 17, but if you see them as the next step after the 10, the numbers are easily found. Page, Knight, Queen, King, 11, 12, 13, 14. 12 is that number of the Hangman of the Major Arcana. It's thinking outside of the box, hanging around, enjoying this freedom we have after the tower crashes, so we can focus on what we want to do moving forward. 1 and 2, action and thought process, create life and create anything we want in our lives. So this reminds us, the more we listen to our hearts in the future, the more we take the time to find what makes that heart sing, the more we can create the lives that we truly love and enjoy. Take action on those things. Have patience as we think things through and create the lives that we want moving forward, what fills our hearts with the joy and creating the lives that we truly deserve. Now we're going to move forward for the advice. We have the thoughts so far. We have that star power. We have the listening to our hearts in the future, letting them lead us. It still sounds kind of like advice. I have a bad habit of that. But the advice we have from this reading and the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot is going to be this card right here. The Wish card of the tarot. And again, we have that beginning energy, the energy of Aquarius mixed with the energy of Pisces, because the 9 of Cups, that's the second decan of Pisces. So after, the first decan goes by, Aquarius season goes by, we have this energy right here. Now, Aquarius being fixed air, it's about rationality, it's about logic, making the sense, making the idea we have that we love has to make logical, rational sense too. But both of these cards that follow and that Pisces energy that follows, that is the mutable water sign of the zodiac. So they're very intuitive, very emotional, and those emotions can help us learn what we need to do, help us find what we love to do and what we want to create moving forward. That 9 up there in the top, in numerology, 9 contains the energy of all the numbers that have come before it. So it's all those experiences of the past, all those tower situations, all the good, all the bad, everything that we've been through, all that we've learned gives us the ability to focus on whatever wish we want to make come true now. All those experiences of the past, all the times we've listened to our hearts, whether it didn't worked out or it didn't, all of that is with us now, so we can focus on what makes that cup fill up, what fills us with joy and happiness moving forward into the future. Our futures are what we choose to create, and it's all those experiences of the past that give us the ability to focus on what makes our hearts sing moving forward. The yellow and everything in the background, that yellow star right there, reminds us that we are the ones creating our future. It's whatever makes your heart sing, whatever you want to do. That red up there on the wealthy merchant's head, I couldn't think of what it was called for a second, but that red up there, that's that passion, excitement, and enthusiasm, ready for whatever life throws at us. The blue in the background, blue and blue, that's logic and intuition, trusting our intuitions, learning from those experiences of the past is the key to how we're going to follow our hearts moving forward in the future. So, think rationally, logically about what we're going to do, because we've learned from those experiences of the past. Even at the very least, those experiences of the past may teach us what we don't want our futures to be. Now we've got this empty cup. We have the potential for the future. The future can be whatever we want it to be, and it's all those experiences of our past that give us the power in the here and now to focus on whatever wish we want to make come true. Now that is such an empowering, beautiful, beautiful reading from the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, and that's why I love just letting them share whatever they want to share. Present all the experiences, that star power that lives within all of us is the key to letting our hearts lead. And all those experiences of our past, those tower situations we talked about that come before the star, give us the ability to focus on what makes our heart sing, because it's all those experiences that strengthen our intuition. Now let's see what the bottom of the deck has to share, and then I will send you on your way to make those wishes your reality. It doesn't have to be your birthday. It doesn't have to be anything special. It's you, that star within. When you find that power, you find that strength, you learn from the experience of the past, and you focus on what makes your heart sing moving forward. Temperance is the card at the bottom of the deck. Like the star, learning from those experiences of the past, she's got those 2 cups. We come full circle here, because Temperance right here, this angel that has got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land, has those 2 cups too. What made our hearts sing in the past, what might not have worked out, is what we can utilize and put forth to make the futures what we want them to be. Temperance is all about taking what we've learned in the past and not being afraid to focus on where we want to go next, because all of those experiences of the past is what gives us the strength. Temperance is the card of the major arcana that follows death. Death isn't about, just death in general. It's about letting go of what no longer serves us so we can focus on where we want to go next. So all those negative feelings that come before we find that star power, let them go so we can take that information and put forth the action needed to change and transform our lives for the better. 14 is the number on Temperance. That's the Magician again, just like we had the Magician here. The Magician here with the Knight of Cups that I have sitting underneath of this. And that 9 contains the energy again of all the numbers that have come before it. It's what gives us the ability to begin again and again and again and again. So all of those experiences of past, it's what makes us the strong foundations we are today. And those strong foundations that we are today, when we find that star power, we learn from those experiences and listen to our hearts, can help us change and transform our lives into what we truly love and enjoy moving forward. The astrological correspondence to Temperance is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign of the zodiac. So we have Aquarius, we have Pisces, and we have Sagittarius. So, stay focused, dedicated for what you want. Be weird and proud. Trust your intuition in everything you do and believe you have the power to make those wishes and dreams come true. And Temperance, Sagittarius, fire energy is don't let that fire fade out. Don't let anybody stand in your way of being optimistic and focused on where you want to aim those arrows next. So whatever you want to achieve, whatever wish you want to make come true, the Rider-Waite-Smith Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot says you have what it takes. You are that star. Every day of your life, every experience has made you the strong star that you are today. So listen to your heart moving forward. Learn from all those experiences of the past and apply all that wisdom and knowledge that you've gained from those experiences of the past to fill that cup up with the happiness and joy that you deserve moving forward. Short, sweet, and right to the point. Such an empowering and inspiring message. If you want a private reading, personal one-on-one, I absolutely have those available. If you want this deck, comment on this video, message me on the socials, or book one directly on my website. All of that will be in the link below. This again is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, one of the most beautiful Rider-Waite-Smith versions of all time. I think it was one of my very first Rider-Waite-Smiths I got, but available for readings if you are interested. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you and empowered you to be that star that you were meant to be. Look, right under the star is that Ace of Cups, the potential, the idea that you can take and run with it when you learn from those experiences of the past. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.